Okay, everyone. Hi, my name is Maria Almanzar, and this is Mawipa Social Media. I came on here and I'm recording this because I was on a YouTube, and I won't mention any names. You'd have to find out yourself because I don't want any arguments. But I just wanted to confirm something that this YouTuber is saying to the people out there, in which I already saw the video. I don't need to put it on slow-mo in order to see what I am actually seeing. So here's the deal. According to this YouTuber, she is saying, I'm saying she, but nobody's gonna know who it is. She's saying that, that all of this is a conspiracy, and that, you know, that Junior's death was a conspiracy, and that it was all staged. She does tell the people to please look at it yourself to confirm whether it's true or not that he has wounds, and that blood is actually all over the place. Now, I picked up a video that I got from another YouTuber that, of course, you can see at the bottom of my page, because I do not know how to, put links in, but it's there, it's downloaded. I downloaded it, and it says something about conspiracy or not, or gangs and violence. And so she's saying that, it's possibly that all of this was staged, not that Junior has is not dead, but she says that there is no blood, and that when Junior was struck with the machete, there shows no blood on the floor. Well, I want everyone to see this video, and when you do see it, it is very graphic, okay? But I wanted to prove a point that when you stab someone repeatedly, blood does not gush out. It drips. Okay, I've never went, like, if I cut myself right now, you're not going to see blood gushing all over the place. What it is going to drip, because, and also blood, immediately you cut yourself, the blood, once it hits the air, it clots, okay? And, and it drips. It doesn't gush out. When you're stabbing someone repeatedly, it does not gush out. It clots, and then later it disperses. It drips. It's not like in the movies that you see that the blood gushes out and no, it doesn't do that. Blood does not do that. It doesn't just gush out like you see in many movies. And we're not talking about a movie here, and this is what this one YouTuber is saying, that where is the blood? Well, if you see very carefully and you don't focus, do not focus on Junior. Focus on the pavement as he's walking away from the bodega. You can see that blood drips, okay? And you cannot say that blood is not there, because it's there. I saw it like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't have to slow-mo it because I focused on not Junior, but I focused on his wounds, okay? And as they push him inside the bodega, then he comes right back out and tells somebody, call 911. He's gesturing, and then he goes down, he bends down. I'm trying to demonstrate so that you people don't say that this is a damn conspiracy, because it is not. Now, what I'm not saying is that Junior's death, there's a lot of holes in it, like a lot of things that are not clear. That's true. What she's saying there is true. That is not clear as to why all 13 suspects that were caught, I am saying to myself, they're all adults. They're not kids. None of the kids that were involved in the sex videotape, None of them were questioned. None of them were interrogated. None of them are in jail. So, but apparently this had to do in the first, when we heard of Junior's killing, that it had to do with the sex tape. Now all of a sudden it has nothing to do with the sex tape, that it has to do with mistaken identity. Okay, so we see the video that I have in the bottom of my page. I have it right there so that everyone can see it. He's bending down. He bends down and he goes like this. You see that he's going like this. I'm trying to demonstrate. And as he goes down, you can see, I don't care if it's whether from the neck or from wherever, blood drips. Okay, blood does drip. So wherever that blood is coming from, and then you put it in slow-mo, I don't care. Okay, there's blood on the floor. As he leaves, yes, there is blood on the floor. And you can see that whole blood right there, that whole patch of blood, you can see it. Okay, now when you're stabbing somebody, okay, you're stabbing them repeatedly, like I said, you're not going to see, like in the movies, like in Friday the 13th, you're not going to see blood gushing out. You know, one of those B movies, like blood gushing out. No, blood does not gush out. Blood drips. It coagulates, and then it according to what I've heard, okay? But when I cut myself, like I can cut myself right now, and I mean a big cut. I can actually cut myself, a big cut, and you're not going to see blood gushing out everywhere. You're going to see that the blood drips, and blood doesn't drip fast. It drips very slowly. It coagulates, and then it starts bleeding out. Okay? So I wanted to make a point so that people who tune into other YouTubers who think that this is a conspiracy, or this is something like staged. It's not staged. That kid was brutally stabbed, and there was blood, but you have to focus on the pavement. Like I said, you focus not on Junior. We're all going to focus on Junior because, of course, the video is very graphic. I just want to let you know that we all seen the video, but maybe we just didn't see, like we could sit down right now and actually see the video and focus on that one thing that we really want to focus on. And I focused on it, and I focused that there is blood on the floor as he goes away and runs to the hospital. So as you see in the end of the video, where he is actually sitting in the corner of the emergency room, where you're in the emergency outside of St. Barnabas Hospital, you see that there's no blood gushing out, but blood, you can see that he has blood all over him, all the way down to his legs. Okay, so I am not questioning whether the final blow is to the neck, but that they say that, they didn't see. Of course, you're not going to see blood all over. His blood started pumping, and of course blood started coming out, but that does not indicate that there was no blood. And like I said, when you are stabbed, you are not going to blood, yes, and you see that in the video also, that his neck is all bloodied. Okay, but you don't see it streaming down all over him. Okay, you do not see that. You see that at the end of the video, where you see where everyone is also panicky, and they say, oh my God, okay, that's when you see blood all over. And you will see it. If you see it in the end, you will see it. Blood does not gush out, like I said, and I'm repeating myself again. It does not gush out like a B movie that somebody and then all the blood squirts out. No, blood drips, and you can cut yourself, and you will see that once the blood hits the air, it coagulates, and it starts dripping. Of course, blood drips. It does not gush out. It drips. Okay. So the amount of blood that we have in our body, if we let it drip and not, not nurse it or take care of it, we can lose an enormous amount of blood. And that's what happened to Junior as he was running, and energy was, he was using up all his energy. Well, of course, the blood had to pump and didn't know where else to pump, and all that blood just came out of his body. And you could see it. It's very graphic. So I just wanted to prove the point, not that I'm saying that those stories that they're saying, are truthful. They're not truthful. Like, I do feel like there's a lot of holes in Junior's murder, and it just doesn't add up. But that the boy does, that there is blood on the floor as you see it, there is. So I hope that people stay tuned, and realize that, don't believe everything that you hear, It's all good. She's good. I'm not saying that. She is good, but, see for yourself. And if you see what I see, because I did see it, then, then we can argue here on my page and make a comment or subscribe or whatever. Okay? Now I'm not going to stop. I actually like what she has to say, because a lot of the things that she says, yes, is true. But about many of the things I don't agree on, and I'm not going to go to her page and say, well, I don't agree. If I do that, I'm going to say it on my page, and I'm going to say I don't agree. Well, I'm saying it to her right now. I don't agree particularly with what you said about the conspiracy and about being staged, because you can actually see, and I swear for myself, I didn't have to go slow-mo to see it, that yes, when he left, there was blood on the floor. Okay, everybody, I have to leave because my battery is dying out. So everybody, take care. Bye.